before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he's a big factor in a run game. No gain.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Well, no Texas starts to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner, if we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
Ohio! Ohio! 56, Mike, 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Dobbs now on 2nd down. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Camaro. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, Camaro. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position, help out your team. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Here's Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Now he's going to go deep down the left. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 66 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Here's Rudolph now on second down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Tyler Davison able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Did they blitz?
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Lucky 56.
Third and long, it's Rudolph. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Brashad Perriman, 35 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Let's go!
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Second down, here's Rudolph. He dikes it off to Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that ball just about every time.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's a give to Barkley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. About 3 yards there to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after try forthcoming. Point after right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Delta.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Daniel McCullers breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So a minute 51 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rudolph. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. He's going to air one out. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Javon Hargrave with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed. And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. There he goes inside the 30. Open man right side is St. Brown. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. Going for it all. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now Lutz for the field goal try. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Bridgewater now. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Breshad Perriman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Keeps himself upright. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, Bridgewater. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Bridgewater to throw it. That is incomplete. He was looking for Breshad Perriman, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead. with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.